missing you till eternity.
Yes, people, we have a great artist on the line. Ghana, you there?
Yes, I'm here and live.
You are live. So, you sound so happy even though it's freezing in England.
Of course I'm happy. It's a really, really good experience. Can't say I've never been in the cold,
Oh, wow. Wow. Okay. So, for the listeners out there, who is Ghana? Let us know.
Right, so Ghana is a reggae fusion artist. I'm from Montego Bay, St. James, Jamaica, but I live in Kingston now. I'm fun, playful, the shebang, but I have a serious side to me. And I think Silence the Dread really shows that serious side to me, where it can be fun and games sometimes, but we need to talk about serious issues and conversations that may not be the easiest conversations to have. I love music. I've been singing since 7 years old. I've been in the church. That's probably where most musicians started. But I've been singing in the church since 7, choir at school, moved to Kingston for university, and didn't stop taking my craft seriously since then, Placed a lot of emphasis on the type of music that I create, composition, writing, all of that. So that's me in a nutshell.
Okay. So, you spoke about the church, and you are right. A lot of artists do say they started from a church. So, is religion, going to church, something that happens in Jamaica?
Okay, so Jamaica is a very religious place.
Yeah.
I'm just going to be frank with that. A lot of churches, every corner you turn, you see a church and you see a bar. So just that's how much we love religion. We love rum too. So yes, Jamaica is a very religious place, but I realize that most times, especially for artists like myself, we tend to move away from the church a little.
Yeah.
Because as an artist, you kind of have to be controversial too.
Okay.
Isn't it? Like, you have to question certain things, and sometimes the church is not really on board with that.
Okay.
So that's normally where the breakaway happens. But there's always respect for a supreme being, for sure.
Yeah.
Isn't it? This place couldn't just appear so out of nowhere. So there's always respect for a supreme being. But like I said, the artists my age, we tend to move away from the church a little.
Yeah. Okay. So, first of all, being a female artist, what's it like for you in this music business?
I can't quite complain, to be honest. I know that it is harder for some female artists. I know that it is a little bit harder for some female artists to get their quote-unquote break.
Yeah.
But I have a couple people in my corner who ensure that I'm okay. I have a mentor, Pearl. Oh gosh, that man is a blessing. He's not gonna make nothing happen to me, and he has introduced me to very influential people in the music industry. In layman terms, people who make sense.
Yeah.
So I have a good team on my side that ensures that some of the issues that female artists would face in the industry, me not really have to deal with it. So I'm very grateful for that.
Definitely.
Blessed even.
Okay. So what would you say then a team is really important to have? So before you become an artist or you start being an artist, would you say you need to get some people behind you?
Right. Yes and no.
Okay.
Because when I first started out, it was just me.
Okay.
It was just me who believed in my craft, write some music, and I would share it with whomever I think at that time would, make sense.
Definitely.
But a team is very important because we can't do it alone.
Yeah.
You can't do it by yourself. It's a lot of work, a whole lot of work, and one person can't carry that burden alone. So it makes sense to get a team on your side who know what they might do, know what you're doing, ensure that your best interest is always at heart when it comes on to work, production, all of that thing. So,
Yeah.
I would say a team is very good to have. However, you don't need one to start. Because
Okay.
sometimes you kind of have to prove yourself first before people start come on your side, and that's just a fact.
Yeah. Okay, definitely. So, what's your response been like back home in JA and plus worldwide?
So I am not just a performing artist. I'm not just a vocal artist. I actually host events as well,
Okay.
and I use this event that I host as a mark
Okay.
for how well I'm doing as an artist. I remember a little over a year ago, I had my first staging. Young artists to me at the time, everybody else probably has seen me a big artist, but to me, I'm still upcoming.
Okay.
And my venue was full. I was the headliner for my event, and my venue was packed.
Wow.
And almost 90% of those people came to see me.
Wow.
And I was really, really touched by that. And that is proof of how much my music has an impact on my listeners.
Yes.
They love my music and they support me, and I'm forever grateful.
Yes. Wow. Big shout out to you.
Thank you.
Yeah. So, Silence the Dread.
Mm-hmm.
What a song that is, first of all. Tell us a little something about that piece and how it came about.
Okay, Silence the Dread is partly a true story and stories of other sisters that I've met along the way.
Yeah.
It's a cry from the abuse,
Yeah.
and it is a message to those abusers, and it's also a message to the ones who see the abuse happening and do nothing about it.
Yeah.
So, I'm assuming you're probably going to play it or play it before, but if you listen to the second verse, it really points that out.
Yeah.
The woman them will hide it, The woman them will hide it, and I repeated it for a specific reason. Because, when you repeat something, it slapped you the second time.
Yes.
You see me? And that's how I write my lyrics, to be impactful to the listeners, because each time you listen to a song, you hear something else you never hear the first time. But I don't want you to miss this line the first time you listen to it.
Yeah, it definitely is a very impactful song. I had to listen. I listened to it for about 3 or 4 times, and I just kept listening to it because it's such a different sound as well. I've found.
Thank you.
So yeah, definitely.
I appreciate that.
Yes. So tell us then, how do you go about writing your lyrics and putting it all together as a piece of work? How do you go about doing it?
The process is always different, to be honest.
Okay.
I smoke weed. That's just a fact. Jamaica I come from, I don't know which artist probably not smoke weed. But I would normally just, roll up a spliff, sit down with my book in front of me, the rhythm playing in the background, and whatever it is that comes to mind. But for Silence the Dread, I actually wrote it without a track.
Okay.
Silence the Dread was written a cappella. Basically, I came up with the melody that I wanted, and I actually performed that song before I recorded it.
Okay.
So, I sat down one day with my band, and we figured out how I want the melody to sound and all of that. And then, like a couple months later, we went into the studio, and we made the track in one night, and in one take, we recorded the song, and
Wow.
that's it.
One take?
Yeah.
Wow, okay. Because you've also got is it a new EP or a new album coming out? Or come out?
My EP is already out.
Okay,
It's called GYPSY Dread.
Yes.
It was released the 9th of August.
Yes.
It has 6 tracks. It's a reggae fusion project.
Yeah.
Afrobeat, trap with reggae, dub, a little bit of something for everybody.
Yeah.
I think everybody can have their favorite track from this project or favorite track from the project because it is so diverse.
Okay.
And it includes genres that reggae is the mother of.
Yes.
So that's my intention. That's my style. That's what I love. Because I to a lot of music. I listen to a lot of different genres of music.
I can tell.
Yeah, yeah, man. And reggae being the mother of so many genres, why don't we take from these genres that reggae is the mother of and put it together? And that's basically what I did.
Yeah, so definitely a great EP. I've been listening to it. It's great.
Thank you.
Why did you call it Gypsy Dread?
Good question.
Thank you.
I love that one. So, I have locks, but I'm not Rasta.
Okay.
And I make that very clear. Very, very clear. And even though people say a dread is a dreadful thing,
yeah,
you should dread this dread. Because whatever I say is truth. Whatever I preach, I so it go. I'm not telling a lie upon nobody.
Yeah.
So if I see you doing something out there that is not okay, I guess say something about it.
Yes.
And that's the dread aspect of it.
Okay.
The gypsy is really me as a person. I love my incense, crystals. I'm all in that, juju type of stuff. Yeah, that is me. On a normal basis, I come home, I light my incense, hold a little meditation every now and then when I have the time. It should be a little bit more frequent, but gee, it's kind of busy, I know,
Yeah. Okay.
I read a lot. I try to enlighten myself a lot. I'm very, very much in touch with nature. I love nature gone to bed. I love river, although I can't swim.
Okay, that's not good.
And being from Mobay too, and the beach is close proximity, so easy to access. It was just my little getaway spot.
Yeah.
And I guess I grew up that particular way, and that's just how I am now as an adult.
Wow.
So I hide it. This is me,
Yeah, for real. Why not? So, who's inspiring you?
Inspiration. First and foremost, I'm a young person, so I can say, Rihanna, I really, really love the fact that she has shown versatility from R&B to hip-hop to now we hear that she's soon drop a reggae album.
Yeah.
And she's also from the Caribbean. And being from the Caribbean and have topped so many charts, that's what I want.
Okay.
That's what I would like to accomplish. That is definitely what I want. Separate and apart from the young people, there's Dennis Brown, Gregory Isaacs, Uncle Berries. I've been listening to music that's been produced by King Jammy since I'm a baby.
Yeah.
That he's been producing long before me born. And I now have the opportunity to be working with him, which I'm very, very grateful for.
Wow.
Yeah, it's a big deal for me too. Like when I went to his studio, I was like, oh my goodness, I'm here. But that's basically where my inspiration comes from. I grew up in a very musical household. Daddy used to always play reggae. Mommy would play the gospel.
Yeah.
So, you would see influences of both types of music in my music because that's basically how I was growing.
Yeah, man. Definitely. Keep it up because it's sounding good.
Thank you.
Definitely. So, what other artists are you listening to? So, we know Rihanna is a big fan. We know you've got Dennis Brown, the other legends.
What other artists I listen to?
Yeah, like when you're waking up in the morning or whatever you're doing, who do you switch on at this moment in time?
Wow, this is so hard because I just listen to like so many people. Off the top of my head, Billie Eilish,
Okay.
Masego, Georgia Smith, some of the newer people who aren't there's so much. I can't even think of them right now. And thank God for YouTube. It just gives you a lot of music that is similar to the genre that you're already listening to. And I don't have to know the artist to be listening to their work.
Yeah.
If the music is good, I will definitely be listening to it. And if it slaps me, I'll certainly pull it up and start over again, I try to not box in myself to a specific genre.
That's good.
Because when you do that, your work tends to sound repetitive.
Yeah.
and almost like you're not growing. So I have to listen to these other artists and, you know, see how it is that we're similar or different and how I can learn from their style.
Definitely. So what are you thinking of the artists, of the sounds of Coffee, Chronix, Protege, that kind of genre? What are you thinking?
I mean, what is there to say? Them bad. The whole reggae revival, you mentioned Chronic, Protege, Coffee, and I'm going to mention Kabaka, Pyramid,
Yes.
Jesse Royal,
Janai.
Ibamar, all of these people. If it was not for them, I probably would not be as confident as I am right now, stepping out as a reggae fusion artist,
Wow.
because they restarted the whole reggae movement, the whole reggae revival, and allowed for younger artists like us to have a space to showcase our talent.
Yeah.
So hats off to them. Them are, you know, big people in this right now. big people. Coffee is in my age group, so I wouldn't really consider Coffee big people in the industry right now, but I do know that she's inspired by the great.
Yeah.
And I can't deny that.
Definitely.
And she bad as an artist.
Yeah.
She well bad. You see me? So yeah, if it really wasn't for the reggae revival movement, I don't know what would have happened today. You know, there's so many young artists that are benefiting from this.
Yeah.
Mhm.
Definitely. So what's next for you? Let the listeners out there know. What have you got coming up?
Right. So I go back to Jamaica on the 27th, which is next week Wednesday.
Okay.
And I have a series of shows with the Mellow Road Show. We are currently working on a mixtape, which should be released sometime next year, of course.
Okay.
I got a couple offers since today, but I can't share it yet.
Okay.
So just know the greatness is on the horizon,
Yeah.
and there's a lot brewing, you know?
Okay.
There's a lot brewing.
So we're gonna hear from you very soon.
Certainly.
Okay.
And I may just be back in London pretty soon.
Yeah, sounds good. So, for me and the listeners, could we have a little piece live on air right now from you?
Sure. Silence the dread, yeah?
Yeah, man.
Ready?
Yeah.
Pass the mic, now make me talk panic. The Ghana and them start panic. Them meds depending disaster. Bex till them bend belly twist and all vomit. Afraid me bust them secret. Me never plan to keep it. Him no beat you cause him love you. That's abuse and you fi speak it. But me feel fi understand why a man would raise him hand and feel it's alright to put it on a black woman. Look on her clean chrome skin and original tan. You can't look inside yourself and see it wrong. Me said them try silence the dread, but them not understand. Said it's the 100 when I listen to no man. Try silence the dread, but them not understand. Me said them not understand.
Yeah! Woo! Fire. Okay, sound effects. So, how can people get a hold of you if they want to link you on social media and that?
Certainly, underscore Ghana Music.
Okay.
It is, and it is GHANAMUSIC on all social media platforms.
Okay. So,
And you can email me at GhanaCollective@gmail.com, which is GhanaCollective@gmail.com.
okay.
And myself or my manager will get to you.
Okay. You know what? It's been a pleasure speaking with you. I've had so much fun.
Me too. It's been a pleasure, Kat.
And I hope we can meet face to face one day, yeah?
Hopefully, yeah, I would love that.
Okay.
Let's see if we can make it happen before me left now.
Okay.
Yeah, let's see what we can do. You have my contact.
Definitely. Okay. So you know what? I'm gonna play your tune, and we're gonna keep speaking with you in the future, everything like that. But for now, we're gonna say bye. But big respect to you each and every time. Yeah.
Yes, and blessings, respect, and gratefulness on my part towards you, isn't
Yeah.
it?
Blessings every time, yeah?
Yeah, man.
Speak to you soon.
Me said them try silence the dread, but